Thank you everybody for coming tonight. I'd like to start by going over the status for the ATM machine.
Yep, we've reviewed it, and it is permissible to be unbonded if you're a private entity that has the ATM machine. I know we got 2 bids. I believe one was, though, Barb, was from a private, the other was a non-private, correct?
I think so. They're like, no, the two people, do you know?
I thought they were the same, but I don't know.
The one I know was not on, I think the other.
Neither one was.
Neither was?
They had the same, they didn't have to be, because the way they explained
It's
it.
their money.
It's their money, and the money is insured by the FDIC. So if anything happens, they're the only ones that are out anything.
But if you are gonna select one, I would request that it be subject to a written contract, which I would put together with their attorney, which would require sufficient insurance coverage, and I would require that they indemnify and save the town harmless from any and all claims in connection with any losses, because the concern that I have is if, for example, we don't lock the door, or we unlock the door and nobody's around and somebody comes in and breaks into it, I just want to shield the town from any responsibility and any liability whatsoever.
The ATM owner insures it, right?
Correct. But I want our contract to provide that we be an additional named insured on that policy.
Okay.
There's 2 differences that I see. One is the fee.
Yeah.
The first one is a $3 fee for every transaction, and the town gets $1. The second one, the fee is $2.50, and the town gets 50 cents. While, this is just my opinion, while that is, the surcharge is cheaper, we get less money, but the track record or the current businesses that they're using, municipal housing, Oneida County Office Building, City Hall, Stanley Theater, Utica Zoo, the other one provided no such information.
Right.
I would suggest we go with that,
Now, the other guy is who was at the rec center.
which one, ATM,
Yeah,
or JR ATM?
yeah, he was.
He's at the rec center?
Yeah,
How did you get in there?
I have no idea.
Been there forever.
Make a motion, we go with, JR ATM Solutions.
Motion by David. Second by Rich. Discussion.
Subject to entering into a written contract to be approved by the town attorney.
Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, next, I have from Drescher Malarkey, the accounting engagement letter for our audit for 2019. They gave us the 3-year price agreement that we had. Price is the same as last year. Second, a motion to approve or sign.
So moved.
Motion by Rich,
I'll second.
second by Rich.
Is there a, are we doing the library also under this?
Yes, we do, yep, yeah.
Is it necessary to call it out specifically, because I don't see it here? I may have missed it, but.
Well, this is just the engagement letter, and then we add the library and stuff we added last year, and we're gonna add it again this year. It'll be a full audit of every.
Okay. I didn't see where it's called out here.
No, this is just the engagement, that's in our contract that we approved
Okay.
last time.
Okay,
So it's the same contract that we approved last time, but this is just the engagement letter to go ahead and
okay.
accept them for doing our audit. Okay. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Special Metals confronted me today. They mailed out a tax check for the town for the $12,000, but they made an internal mistake. It had our address and the Buffalo address on there. It got returned to them a month later. They asked if they would be able to not pay the fees for the additional time, since they have a postmarked envelope for when they had sent it out.
What's the amount of fees?
That I don't have. Gail would have to.
Okay.
Oh, actually, it is. They gave me the tax bills. It's $183.04.
So they mailed it in good faith with the wrong address.
We've done that before.
I'll make a motion, return the fees.
All right, well, they just wouldn't pay the charge, not to charge the fees. Okay. Motion by Rich,
Second.
second by Rich. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, if I can have, let's see here, the approval for United County 2020 poll site agreement, that we've done here before, for early polling.
What did they pay us for that?
Yeah, we got paid. Yep, yeah, we did, and it was successful, right, Rick? Yep.
So moved.
I'll second.
Motion by Dave, second by Rich. Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you. All right, Troy and Banks, for the audit for the street lighting. They saved us the amount of $2,531.69. The agreement that we approved at one of the board meetings said that we would pay them the $664.72. If I can have approval to pay that.
So moved.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Where's the board reappointment for the library? Okay. Marlene. So, we have reappointment for the board for the library. She was also recommended for the other board members, Marlene Anderson. She's the only person that applied for that position. If I can have a motion to approve for a board member for the library.
So moved.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich. Discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Can you send her a nice letter? Okay, establish standard workday resolution, RS 2418 for various positions. Barb, if you want to speak.
Dale's got that. It was a letter we received from the state that we needed to establish work days for a few titles they still didn't have on their books, like clerk, site manager, senior office specialist, which are a normal 7 hours. So we just had to do it to make it official with them.
Yeah, it's a cleaner, court attendant, clerk for the senior center and court, food service helper, meal site manager, office specialist 1, recreation attendant, and school traffic officers. And determine, their
There's
workday
7
not less than 6 nor more than 7 hours.
Yeah, but I think we just have to determine it as 1, which is 7.
Except the school traffic officers, that's 8.
Correct.
Is that what the board wants to submit to the state?
Was that the hours?
Absolutely. We're just making it official with the state so that they know for retirement purposes if anybody's in those positions.
I'll make the motion, they accept the hours.
Motion by Rich,
Second.
Second by Rich, discussion? All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, environmental fund, they had it last year, it was with soil and water conservation, to use the gazebo at the park. It's from 8 AM to 2 PM for all high school kids. Can I have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Motion by Rich,
Second?
second by Rich, discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Okay, New York State Teamsters Council Health Insurance and Hospital Fund, their participation agreement, and the monthly participation agreement. Do you want to add, Barb, to that?
These are just, the official rates that the, Teamsters have for the next 2 years on their insurance. Just have to sign the agreements and those rates for the guys. It's for the highway department? Yep, for the highway department.
Move it.
Motion by Rich,
Second.
second by Dave, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
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 Okay, so, the recertification of record of activities, RS 2419. Yep.
Record of activities?
Record of activities.
There's one individual, talking about one individual who, the certification, is only good for a maximum of 8 years. For the retirement system.
Right, Dave gave me new one tonight, so we can submit that.
I have a, recertification.
But he also gave me a 3-month, because that recert, I think, is gonna run out. I think the recert's gonna run out, so he did give me another 3-month, so we can put that on.
Okay.
So just file one for it.
Just free.
This is a motion to refile both.
Yeah, we filed the activity for Councilman Reynolds.
Okay, motion by Rich,
Second.
second by Rich, discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Okay, thank you. Community assist visit, floodplain management ordinances, we set up a meeting for April 28th at 10 AM. If any councilmen are interested in coming, more welcome to the visit. We'll be getting all the information that's in the packet here for them and going over that, so. Any questions?
What day again was that?
It's April 28th at 10 AM. Okay, payment of vouchers. Everybody have time to take a look? If so, can a motion approved?
I'll move it.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. I'd like to go over consideration for, we're submitting the solar law. We'd like to set that up. For-
Yeah, everyone has a copy of the proposed revised solar ordinance. The largest change is the inclusion of a large-scale freestanding or ground-mounted solar energy system, subject to, they can only be in districts that have been permitted or in areas permitted by the town board, and they require a special permit through the planning board as well. The town of DeWitt has gone forward, for example, and they put in a solar farm on a landfill that the town owns, which is property that has no practical use whatsoever. and it was implemented there with a lot of success. I've talked to the folks out there, and it's been very successful. I know a number of people have made inquiries here, and obviously the trend is to go with solar energy. So we prepared a revision to our ordinance. If you move it, it would be subject to a public hearing, hopefully a month from now. And we'd hear what the public has to say and decide whether to go forward with. It's an amendment to our zoning ordinance.
You remember that we took some baby steps
We did,
a while ago.
Yeah.
For small scale.
yeah, you were instrumental in
Right,
helping
and
get
at
that.
that time, there was a lot of inquiries about the larger scale situations, which we didn't allow.
Right. So this would be the next step. Obviously, all you'd be doing tonight is going forward with the proposed local law and asking that a public hearing be scheduled.
So I think that's a big step going forward for the town. One area that I proposed was an area that again was not a dump site, but for trees and stuff up by the park. That's one location that I'd like to see a community solar project go on. What this will do is we will be able to save the money on the energy that we use for our buildings, and whatever additional is left over, the residents can get a benefit by buying into the project.
I think it's an excellent site.
Yeah, that one, and then also too, on Middle Settlement Road, where we own that land at 20 acres, that's spec'd out for a retention pond. There's still enough area that can't be used for anything. So that was another site that I'd like to see another community solar project be done. And then the third location, if we wind up moving the soccer fields from the Washington Mills Athletic Park due to the flooding issues we had down there, it might be another area that's wide open that would be good for solar power that, again, is not near any neighbors or being seen from the roads. So those are the three locations that were spec'd out, all have three-phase at the street, and they would be good site locations that companies would be interested in doing these projects.
I'll move to a public hearing.
A motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich, discussion. All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. Okay. Yeah, so, also too, we've been negotiating the Parks Union contract, for, the Parks Department. And we came out with an agreement on both sides. I don't know if you guys wanna go in executive session, for that, or we can explain it here in open session. It's up to you guys.
Is it pretty much agreed to at this point?
Yeah, I mean, both sides agreed. We both thought it was favorable for both ends.
The only difficulty is if a council person has a concern with it, you're bringing it out in the public portion of the meeting. Usually these are done in executive.
Yeah, the contract should be done
Right,
in
so,
executive session.
okay. So in saying that, would you like to go in executive session for now?
You wanna do it now?
Yeah, I mean, and then we can come back. I mean, do you have anything else you'd like to?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
We've certainly heard a lot about stormwater management, et cetera, and I'm not gonna go over that again, but what I would like to do is, ask John Dunkel, our engineer, to, provide us with a template or some guidance on establishing an underground storage type, code for new construction. That's a broad term, but I think if you could give us a template, something that would fit the town of New Hartford for any new construction. It's time to move that and implement this underground storage type facility, or make it available as an option. I would ask that John Dunkel give us something to review and tweak.
Just so you know, I actually had that. I think I brought it forward before. I have that, and it's actually other towns that use it, if you guys wanted to do that.
Whatever we
Okay,
got.
yeah,
I looked, I've got several of them also.
Yeah, so, we could do that. If you want John to do it, you'd have to give us a separate, proposal, and then we'd have to prove that funding, because we don't have.
Right, I understand. Whatever you've got is probably similar to what I've got in terms of taking it off the internet. I just think if our engineer were to pass on it, it might be advisable.
Okay. Why don't we go to ask him for a proposal, and then we'll approve that proposal,
Yeah,
and then we'll have him do that.
yeah,
Okay.
okay, great.
Just because I don't know what the charge would be and.
No, I understand. Yeah. The other thing too is
Need
Washington
a
Hill.
motion for that?
Well, I'm gonna ask him for a proposal, then I'll need a motion to approve it.
I'll make a motion to approve. You don't have.
No, we
No, we don't have the proposal yet.
The Washington Mills, I know you said the soccer fields, and I agree, they're wet in August. I mean, it's
Yeah.
terrible, and I don't know there's any real rehab, but they were certainly used a lot. So I don't know what where these soccer players are gonna go, but I understand that issue. The other thing is the ball field, the first field there, is that on the docket to be restored, rehabbed? I'm getting questions from the leagues and the ball players that
So
they really need that field.
here,
And also, I'm sure you know, the boosters, we put a lot of money into that field, that one field.
right,
And then the boosters, I know Chris is probably aware of it, they've done the dugouts and the fencing, and there's a lot of money to put into that. I hate to see it lost. And it really should be rehabbed and ready to go by spring, or this spring.
so I think the first field, that's a possibility. To rehab that and get it up and going is probably around $10,000 to $12,000 for material. Because you know the dust for the thing is very
Well, they'll wash it
expensive.
away.
We've done it before, and that's what happened. So we could rehab probably that first field. The other fields, I think, was taking good money and throwing it into bad. I mean, you're not gonna get anything with that. I think what we need to do is look at as a board is we have a plan for Shelbrook Park. I think we have a plan exactly where the baseball fields would be a good location and the soccer fields. I think if we can get some money from the state to relocate those up there, and then again, maybe use that park for additional, other services maybe we can put down there, again, like the solar farm or other things, maybe we can generate some revenue, maybe to pay for the fields up in Sherrillbrook, but to redo all that again down there, if there's another flood, it's just gonna be wasted to nothing, plus they're never to be used in the summertime, hardly, out of the 3-month period, I think we were able to use it, 10 days, so,
I don't know whether Chris is aware, but the ball field, the softball field was used considerably, am I right?
Yeah, the biggest, the user of that field is the high school, the varsity girls softball uses, that's their home field.
Right.
Other than that, minor league baseball uses it.
Right,
I'm sure
but
there's-
it gets used,
Yeah.
and the community has put money into it. I think the 10,000 is, I think we should rehab that and get it ready for spring.
no, I agree, the first
Okay.
field, yeah, I mean,
The
the
first
soccer.
field, and I understand the soccer fields, I mean, I've been there with
Right.
the kids, and it's ridiculous, through nobody's fault.
Yeah, no, I agree, so we can rehab that, I mean, put the money into the pavement, everything else is fine, we just have to pay to, rehab that thing. So, the total cost for everything to get that done right, fix it right, was about 12,000, we already went over that, in the park, so, if you'd like to do that, I think we should take that out of fund balance, so we're not over budget, for other things that we have planned for the year.
Make a motion, we rehab that field.
Okay, motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich, discussion, all in favor? Aye. And then we have to transfer, I would transfer 12,000 from, general hometown fund balance to, Parks and Rec, contractual.
Need a motion? I'll make-
Motion for 12,000.
Make a motion.
Motion by Dave,
Second.
second by Rich, discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
take care of that and get that up and running.
Thanks.
Yep, no problem.
I also have that on my people list.
Okay.
Yeah, we might get something out of that.
Yeah,
Some reimbursement out of that.
so if we do, we'll reimburse,
Right,
you know, but for right now, it's not there, I just wanna make sure we can move
so I
along.
can tell the people that are calling me that,
100%.
that we're gonna go this spring with it. Great, thank you.
100%. We'll buy the, I mean, Chris, when does it need to be ready by?
Well, typically, the high school stuff starts second week of April, third week of April. I don't know if it's gonna be dried out by then, it's usually available over there to get on and get that dried out, but that's when the spring sports start.
Okay. So we'll order the material the last week of March, and then we'll start prepping for it? Okay.
Currently, right now, the third field, the Sequoia Creek currently leaks onto that third field. We went down there with Lane County and looked at the creek and the sewers and
Right.
currently the creek is diverted onto field 3, so the farthest field.
Okay. Anything else? No? Rich? No? Good.
Well, the food trucks are gonna start June 2nd at the farmer's market, and Sunday.
Okay, great. We put that in our quarterly newsletter too.
So you'll have some traffic coming in.
Just like to thank Rick Sherman and his crew for taking care of that tree that was in the Sequoia Creek that came downstream and ended up just across the New York Mills Bridge. And Mayor called them and they responded. The whole thing was done by within 3 hours. Good job.
Okay, great, thanks, Rick.
Is there, I'm sure we've all seen the debris that's collected in the Sequoia Creek as you enter from Genesee Street, to get on the arterial. From Genesee to get on the arterial, you see the debris that's stuck in the trees. It's the city of Utica, but it's gonna impact the town of Hartford big time.
The other side of that story is that once that debris is moved, it's gonna move the water that much faster through that area and downstream.
It's a dam.
They came from the state and we're here to help you. The other point, if you're exiting the arterial to Genesee Street, exiting the arterial to Genesee Street, and you look to the right, the kids or somebody have built a fort in the floodplain out of pallets. That's gonna clog everything downstream. Maybe tonight. I mean, you gotta see this. When the vegetation's there, you might not see it. But there's quite a structure that's been built on the banks of the Sequoia Creek that's gonna flood New York Mills. Make a motion, we go to executive session.
Can we do one other thing, motion to declare lead agency with regard to the zone change for the solar, the zoning law change?
So moved.
Motion by Dave, second by Rich. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Make a motion. Yep.
One other thing, we need a motion to waive the fees this year for the farmer's market in the Sherwood Park.
Motion?
Move it.
Motion by Rich, second by Rich. Discussion, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, great.
Who seconded it, sir?
Rich.
Richard.
It's a 50-50.
He did it and he says I did it.
Don't make the balls look like a W.
Just put Rich, that's all.
Have motion to go into executive session.
So moved.
Motion by Dave, second by Rich. Discussion, all in favor? Aye.
Make a motion to come out of executive session.
Motion by Dave, second by Rich. Discussion, all in favor? Aye. In reviewing the contract for the union, for the parks, again, a motion to approve.
So moved.
Motion by Dave, second by Rich Woodland. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you. Have a motion to adjourn?
Move it.
All right, motion by Rich,
Second.
second by Rich. Discussion, All in favor? Aye. Thank you, guys. Have a good night. Yeah, I got it. Barb's got it.
Good night, Paul.
You too, thank you. You know me.
What do you need to give me? I need, like, that's just. Yeah, yeah, that's the.
One method
Library.
old developers responsibility.
I talked to your.
We have a good productive meeting tonight.
Saturday, so there's other problems.
Yeah, coming for me. This is one in the office. No change.
Right, that's right. Children are in checks.
What about the,
Yeah, so he just wants to keep a good name, but, yeah, he, I mean, he had a
do
problem.
you have anything on that? No, just something we're not.
No, because the allocation is mid.
I tried to record it.
So it would be more than just the business, build a house.
Depending on the grade. Lot related to the other parcels.
Depending on runoff potential.
Thank you so much, Bart.
About this constituents, or is this kind of something you want to
Well, it's discussed in the past. Overall, stormwater mitigation. And this is one area that has been discussed.
They always basically with the town engineer, put something together.
Put a template together,
I wrote it down in the
provide
office.
us with information.
That'd be great, thank you, and I will be on the foil, I'll make some phone calls. I haven't received anything yet, but I'll make some phone calls about it.
If it was a pass for you, would be all
And this underground storage is not a new concept. We have, it's not
Well, that's because he was talking back.
Is that something they came up with?
you know, I don't have to know how to. I don't.
Take the meeting plates right now.
I don't know.
Kind of want like maybe use that as something that you want to assign developers that would come in and say, you know, on that health garden.
Exactly, I don't know how that works. I can also tell you
Well, I think they're ready to get on there.
Thanks, Dave.
rubber band hold up.
Yep, it did. Almighty.
Do you think this would, how much water runoffs?
Well, it's hard to speculate on how much, but we've got to start.
I don't need it.
One of the issues for everything we do